Hey there, welcome to another episode of Total Ramblings. Thought we'd build this today. Lego Star Wars set 75400, Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter Microfighter of 89 pieces. So I don't think this is going to take very long at all. This came from Argos. There's the blurby bottom of the box, slightly obscured by a security tag. There's one side of the box. There's a blurby other side of the box. There's the top of the box featuring our boy, Plo Koon. And there's the back of the box. Not much to it. I have a few microfighters in my collection. I don't normally get all of them. This one was bought for me for my birthday by my daughter. And yeah, so inside here we have two bags, bag number 1 and funnily enough it's sequel, bag number 2, and two 2x8 dark blay plates. Blay, dark bluish grey blay, you see. Looks like we're following Mr. Plo Koon himself in the follow-on Dooberma things. Let's get on with it, shall we? Do you know, I know it's all good for the environment and all that, but tearing these paper bags kind of puts my teeth on edge a little bit. I can't really explain why. Just kind of, yeah. Now that's interesting. So we have Plo Koon. There is the figure. And this is hard plastic. I am pretty certain I've got the original, the earlier version of Plo Koon. Sorry, let me bring some light around here. And it was a sort of rubbery kind of texture, if I recall properly. Quite a nice moulding though. With sort of Princess Leia style buns on the side of his head. Yeah, I'm sure that was like a rubbery texture. Anyway, bit of printing on the front of the torso, printing on the legs and on the feet, printing on the back. No arm printing, but a kind of silvery kind of sheen on his sort of eyes there. So, let's give him his lightsaber, shall we? Been a lot of debate recently online about which way round is the correct way for a Lego lightsaber, and yet in the very earliest Lego Star Wars sets it didn't matter which way round you built the hilt because the instructions had them doing both. So there, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we are going to build this set. There's 3 pieces down already. How's your day going, everybody? At the time of recording this, it's still my birthday, but I'm not going to release this video until probably Saturday morning, the day after my birthday, just because, you know, I don't want to overwhelm YouTube with stories of my life because, you know, it could explode with the demand. The number of people wanting to, you know, watch what's happening in my life might just be completely overwhelming for YouTube, and it might cause the entire internet to explode. I mean, stranger things have happened. I mean, if you think about it, in a universe of infinite probabilities, and I always like to reassure myself with thoughts like this, in a universe of infinite probabilities, that's what's actually happened, and it's happened an infinite number of times. In an infinite universe, I am infinitely popular in an infinite number of universes, and that kind of makes up for the fact that I'm not in this one, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, there you go. Do 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 do. Push that in there. Going to push that in there. Going to push that in there. Going to push that in there. There are the engines. Do 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 do. 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 Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do you like the do 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 song? It's one of my favourites actually. I try and sing it whenever I can because it makes me happy. The do 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 song is possibly the greatest song ever written. At least by me. That's it. Bag one's done. There we go. That's interesting. Look, these one by one trans blue round tiles got kind of statically stuck to the inside of this paper, and I'm pretty certain this paper's plastic coated, by the way. I'm not sure that this is entirely as environmentally friendly as they think it might be. It's a good song, isn't it? The do 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 song. And the thing is with the do 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 song is it can go on pretty much forever, really, as long as you want. Right, those angled down like so to give us the distinctive sort of arrowhead kind of shape of this fighter. And then we have some of these corner pieces to add. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Right, now we are assembling the rear sort of wing, and we have these pieces. I actually don't know what they are called. Sort of like corner, kind of curved corner kind of plate sections, I suppose. I don't know. Anyway, that goes there and locks in that rear sort of spoiler wing. Got a 1x3 tile, white tile there to finish off that rear section. And then we are looking for a blue 1x2. And now we're going to build this front section where we have the sort of suggestion here of a windscreen for our Jedi pilot, Plo Koon. I always want to say Plo Kloon, and I don't know why. There is our R2 unit head. Now, unfortunately, we only get the head here because it's a microfighter. There isn't space to have the whole body. We do get, as always, we get a couple of shooty things. Hey, shooty. We should call them gatwas, shooty gatwas. Would that be a good idea? Or is that just like a horrible idea that I should never repeat ever again? Like many things that I say. I don't know. I just don't know. Even I just really don't know. I'm afraid even I just don't know. Makes that look quite chunky, that actually, doesn't it? Okay, and then these are of course used as the ammunition for shooting. I'm not going to load them in, but basically that is our model complete. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, actually no, those are shooty things, so let's not worry about those. We've got 6 spare pieces. We've got 5 bits of ammunition. We've got 1 minifig, 1 instruction booklet, and 1 microfighter. Let's take off Plo Koon's lightsaber and let's put him into his microfighter. There we go. Now he can fly around. There is, unfortunately, as far as I can tell, no place to store his lightsaber once he is flying. Intermission. This is Andrew from the future. Andrew in the past is an idiot because, as we can clearly see here, there is indeed a clip to hold Plo Koon's lightsaber. So please ignore everything that Andrew in the past has said, because Andrew in the past is an idiot. Thank you. So what does it do on the box? What does the box have to say about this? Yeah, the box doesn't have him holding his lightsaber, but I mean, you could, given that he's out of the cockpit anyway, I suppose you could have him waving his lightsaber around, maybe to deflect blaster bolts from enemy fighters. I don't know, really. But anyway, yeah, there we go. Quite a nice little set. Obviously a dead cheap way of getting Plo Koon. I honestly can't remember the last set that he came in, but it's a different headpiece. I'm certain of that because I'm pretty certain these bits were sort of rubberized and he had a sort of rubbery head. It was probably a Clone Wars set, if I'm being honest with you, but I'm quite happy to be corrected there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of Total Ramblings. Please remember to like, subscribe, do all the usual YouTubey stuff, and I'll see you in the next one, whenever that might be, whatever it might be about. Bye bye.